How's it going? Chris Hernandez here, back with another one. In today's video, what I want to cover specifically is the processes and ultimately how to create something out of nothing, right? How to create momentum from zero, from scratch. And let's say you're starting out, haven't signed anybody, how to get some leads, how to get meetings booked on your calendar, right? So with that being said, before I jumped into it, if you don't know who I am, I run a digital ad agency. We specifically help Ecom brand owners, roughly doing 5 to 10K a month. We help them scale using paid traffic. And if you're an Ecom brand owner looking for some help, right, I'll link my calendar down below where you can book a call with me. And if you're a good fit, I'll make you an offer on the call. If not, I'll also link down below a link to my Facebook group where it's a dedicated free community of like-minded Ecom brand owners trying to scale to that next level. And in that group, I release weekly trading videos. So those are some of the resources I have for you, especially if you're trying to scale. And with that being said, right, I want to talk about ultimately how to establish yourself, how to build up momentum, how to get clients at your doorstep, right, how to get meetings booked. And the main approach for me is ultimately, this may sound cliche, this may not be the answer you want to hear specifically when it comes to scaling, right, getting results, starting from zero and building momentum. And it really just comes down to consistency and discipline. Those are really the two main things you need in order to be successful and in order to get meetings booked on your calendar. And if you don't know any methods, right, there's multiple approaches when it comes to landing clients. You have cold outreach and you have like email marketing, you have the cold approach, but there's a method that when I got started, this is what I learned and this is what I stuck with to this day. So the method that I've been practicing and the method that I was taught was simply organic market attraction. And simply the platform that I've been utilizing ever since was Facebook. So what do I mean by organic market attraction? Well, to break it down for you guys as simple to a T as possible, is that in Facebook you have Facebook groups, right? So let's say I'll just give a flat example of myself. So you guys know I'm in the ecom space. So simply put, I joined Facebook groups in the ecom space, and in those Facebook groups, people ask questions. I answer those questions in those groups. I make posts for myself, really just providing value, breaking down methods of in regards to advertising on Facebook, right? Setting up your campaigns, how to write ad copy, how to create winning creatives, right? So I break down these little pillar processes that ultimately help my clients get results, right? And so I share that information with people in these groups, and by having this sort of authority figure, you have people actually reach out to you and ask questions about your service, and ultimately that's how you get meetings booked on your calendar, right? So the reason why I said consistency and discipline is because ultimately when you have this approach, you are building authority. So when people book a call, you actually hold the power prior to the call, right? Because ultimately people are booking the call to work with you and your agency because they need help. They're coming to you for your expertise. It's not the other way around in regards to like cold calling or cold emailing where right off the bat you're giving the client the authority, you're giving the prospect the authority before you can even make an offer. So that's what I've been practicing ever since, and this is what I really love, is the organic market attraction method, because of the authority, because of you can literally build out an organic brand personally and have like people message you left and right, all organic. You don't even need paid traffic, right? The only downside to organic is that it does take time and it does take a lot of consistent action to build up momentum, especially when you're starting out from zero. But the pros to actually writing out your posts, right, and consistently making content, for me, in order to be successful, right, you need to be making at least 4 to 5 posts a week, at least 1 post per week in each Facebook group you're in, and you need to be joining at least 5 to 8 Facebook groups, right? You need to have a set of 5 to 8 groups to post in, right? So with that being said, the cons is that, or the positives, as I should say, is that when you're first getting started, you don't know what you don't know. Especially if you're new to the ecom space, advertising is really huge, and you need to really understand the fundamentals of Facebook advertising and why we do what we do. So when you're writing out these posts, you're breaking down not only the media buying side of when it comes to advertising and explaining the way you lay out your campaigns, but also you have to provide value regarding more than just the media buying side. You need to talk about creatives, right? And you need to talk about ad copy. You need to talk about audience testing. You need to talk about offer testing. There's a lot of variables you can literally talk about and provide and educate people on. And by doing this, you're building your authority in these groups, because people are going to come to you when they have problems, or let's say they have they don't want to. They've been following your posts for a while, and they go to you once they have their business ready to scale. So recently, I brought in a client, and this guy's been following my posts for about like 8 months. That's what he told me. So with this, there's really the amount of effort you can put in. There's no cap to the amount of effort you can put in, and the only downside to organic is that it does take time for you to build up momentum and to build authority, especially people new in these Facebook groups that don't know who you are. So it's super important to be consistent, be disciplined. But once you do this for 90 days straight, your knowledge is going to just expand. Your posts are going to become more valuable. It's going to take a lot less time for you to write out these posts, and it's going to be overall just a feedback loop of authority and you getting clients, because it's all organic. And then since it's organic, right, people are going to refer, or you're going to have clients refer you to one of their buddies or one of their close friends in the space, and maybe you can work with them. So it's like a consistent feedback loop. And then there's like another aspect to that. You can also create your own Facebook group, and you can also send traffic organically into that group, where you can almost use that as like a feeder for like a system to get you consistent meetings booked. So there's a lot of avenues. I don't really want to tap into like the other side of things, where I want to keep it super simple here, not really overwhelm you guys, but sticking with this sticking to one platform, one method of getting clients, and then just mastering that all the way is literally the quickest way for you to bring on more clients, right? And on my end, right, I'm well on track to do that. I'm well on track to hit those numbers. So it's more of just a discipline thing. And really, everybody has enough time in the day. Everybody has like an hour or 30 minutes to write out these posts, right? It's just a matter of being organized, setting priorities for yourself, and then making this actually like one of the top priorities. Because ultimately, if you're not posting, you're not making content, well, you're not going to get clients, and your agency is not going to succeed, especially when you're doing organic. And so it's super important to lock in, build this, make this a habit early on in your life, especially on your agency journey, because it's just going to save you so much time on the back end as well. But with that being said, a lot of people get this misconception, thinking that once they've built up their clients, and once they're at 10K, they can fully just let go of organic, and then they try to go to paid. When I think the misconception is that like paid can supplement or substitute organic, when in reality I think organic is the strongest framework for you to build clientele on, because everything's organic. People are following you because of your brand, because you're the value you provide, right? So with that being said, I think paid traffic supplements and it aids and it helps encourage more sales and growth. But you can't supplement organic from paid. You can't have paid completely like take over organic. It just doesn't work like that. So I think organic is the foundation for your business and for your agency, and then paid just is like a supplement. It's like a plus to that foundation. So if you're able to have like a solid foundation from the get-go, once you implement paid, scaling to those like 100K a month becomes easier, because you already have the foundation laid out organically. And then once you're doing organic and paid at the same time simultaneously, magic things begin to happen. So that's really all I have for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. More content coming soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.